Forecaster Mark Spencer from Ohio News and Weather. Good evening, everybody. Some active weather moving through the Buckeye State this evening. Rain and some thunder across parts of far southern Ohio. None of these storms down here are severe, but could see some strong wind gusts. As you look further east, we have some storms that are developing out ahead of this line of thunderstorms moving into western Indiana. Some of these storms here are producing some locally large hail to about an inch and some locally damaging wind gusts. More wind along this line here. A couple tornado warnings back into central Illinois along it as well, but not expecting any tornadic weather here. Where it's not raining, up here in northwestern Ohio, we have some pretty strong wind gusts, 45 to 50 miles an hour. That could continue for, well, through about the next few hours, through about 10, 11 p.m. or so. Maybe hanging on just past midnight, but we did receive some reports of some semis blown off the road with some of those strong winds as well. So if you're in northwestern Ohio planning to be traveling tonight, definitely use some caution. Winds overall across Ohio are going to pick up overnight, but we're not going to see those that strong of wind gusts. We will see wind gusts to about 30, 35 miles an hour perhaps at times, but and that's outside of the storms. In the storms, we could see some damaging wind gusts, mainly across far western Ohio, where we did just see a severe thunderstorm watch get issued, generally right along the Indiana-Ohio border, including Cincinnati. This goes through 4 a.m. However, the severe threat overall is going to be fairly low. I think by the time the storm gets here, a couple isolated damaging wind gusts are possible, but that line is going to continue to diminish as it moves across Indiana. We have a wind advisory in effect across northwestern Ohio there through 10 p.m. and then that should be allowed to expire. Across the rest of the state, nothing's issued. I'm not expecting any extension of this watch. I wouldn't be surprised actually if it got canceled early. But again, not expecting any crazy severe weather. Could see a couple strong or severe storms there far western Ohio overnight tonight. But I think by the time that line gets here, it's going to have lost a lot of its energy. All right, so for tonight, did highlight some storms there across the western kind of half of Ohio. We could see some thunder with some of those storms moving through. Again, maybe a couple at best strong or even a severe storm. Otherwise mild out there, low 60s across western Ohio, upper 50s, a couple mid 50s out there across the eastern portions of Ohio, with rain showers moving across the area overnight. I think at some point overnight everybody will see the rain. So let's take a look at our future radar, and this goes back a little bit, so it's not quite accurate, but I wanted to be able to capture that line as it moved through, and no model's perfect on what's happening in the real world, so this is kind of the best we could do. So as we put this into motion here, there is everything moving through. There's that line. Everybody gets rain. Tuesday is looking like it's kind of one of those scattered shower events. Tuesday night we do dry out, but here comes more rain for your Wednesday. Maybe some rumbles of thunder as well. Some rain, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder into Wednesday night, and then into Thursday as well. We could also see some rain showers moving across the area once again. By Thursday night, we look to start drying out, and by Friday, we should look pretty decent, although it will be on the cooler side for May at that point, unfortunately. More on that in a moment. First, your daily forecast brought to you by our sponsor, Bravo Charlie Productions. Tuesday is your last warm day, if you will, for a while here, where we're going to see highs in the upper 60s to low 70s, maybe even some mid 70s across southern Ohio. It will generally be cloudy. Everybody's got a chance for a scattered shower or 2 or 3 or even 4 through the day. There may be some breaks of sun in between those showers, especially in the afternoon. We look to see some of that cloud cover break up a little bit, but don't expect miracles on that. It will be windy. Winds will be out of the south and they'll flip to the west. Could see some wind gusts to 30, 35 miles an hour early on. That'll diminish a little bit through the day, but it's the winds that are going to help usher in some of that warmer weather. Behind it, looking much cooler for Wednesday and beyond. And actually, on our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook here, I'm gonna warm up over here, guys. Man, yeah. What can I say? The cold air bubble if you will, is right over Ohio. Imagine that. Well, guess what? It's going to be May. I know that's not what Justin Timberlake said. I know. But you know, we're going to put the ice on it. It's going to be chilly, folks. We're looking probably somewhere between 7, 10, maybe even 12 degrees below normal at times. Maybe even a little bit colder than that if a couple of the long-range models have their way. Usually we don't get that extreme, but we will be cooler. There could be some times out there we see some ice, frost, or even some freeze conditions in a few spots, especially inland, rural areas. That's certainly possible at times. So stay tuned on some of that. That'll kind of iron itself out as we start working into May. But May is not looking to be a very warm month overall. A lot of the long-range stuff that we look at is showing a lot of the eastern United States staying on the cool side, unfortunately. How do we look on precipitation? Well, not too bad. We are going to float pretty much between normal to just slightly above across the eastern 2/3 of Ohio, but we'll be real close to normal for the most part. This is like just barely kicking into that category for overall, I guess. But yeah, not looking terribly wet, but we are going to have rounds of rain. Of course, cooler sometimes is wetter in the spring here. You know what they say, April showers, spring May flowers, but I don't know what May showers bring. They didn't come up with that one. I'm not good at rhymes, unfortunately. Hey, don't forget you can download our free Ohio News and Weather app onto your Apple or Android device today and get the latest radar, weather alerts, hourly forecast, and much more. Have a good night.